How did Bowser always know what Peach and Mario were up to all the time?
Well, he had Kamek.
Yeah, but Kamek doesn't have like a crystal ball that can tell what's going on. He had an inside man. Toad.
Toad, no!
He was the only one that was around Mario and Peach. He's the only one that would be able to tell Bowser what's going on. He was with them every step of the way. And why would he want to go on the adventure with them? That's not in a Toad's DNA.
Yeah, why did he step up when all the other Toads wanted to stay safe?
He was already outside of the Mushroom Kingdom, wandering in the forest.
And it would make sense in the games why Toad knows that Peach is in another castle. He always says, sorry, your princess is in another castle. How does he know that? It's because he's working on the inside.
Our princess, though, is in another castle. Oh, yeah, that's right. You should try another castle, maybe. She ain't in this one.
I can't believe Daisy is finally playable.
You know why they're doing that, though, right?
Why?
They're gonna bring her into the Mario movie sequel.
Do you think so?
It has to be the reason. Why else would they finally bring Daisy after decades? They want her to be a main character. For real. I think they want to build a big story with Luigi and Daisy.
And I wonder if that's the reason why they're remastering that old Luigi's Mansion game. Is it to build hype for a Luigi's Mansion movie in the future?
It was probably the most bizarre remake they could have picked.
That new Mario game felt like a fever dream, and it got me thinking, I think that's intentional. It takes place in the dream world, which means the return of King Wart.
It looks like they're aiming for a new villain for the Mario movie sequel.
The OG second boss. And if you look at the trailer closely, there's some purple clouds going on with Bowser's castle, and Bowser Jr. looks like a dark, messed up Bowser Jr., almost like they're possessed or under a spell. So I think King Wart actually has control of Bowser and his army, and those are the bad guys Mario has to face in this game.
No one really ever talks about Lackatu and his true purpose in the Mushroom Kingdom.
To film you in Mario 64?
He's there to make his very own snuff film.
Wait.
He's the ultimate Mario villain. He's in control of everything. Every single Mario game, they all have a camera showing Mario where you can control angles. Lackatu's behind the screen in every game. And he's forcing Mario to do all of this. He's hired Bowser. Bowser works for Lackatu.
No.
Yep, that's how it goes.
Well, Bowser is kind of an idiot, so it would make sense that he's not in control.
I mean, and when things are going slow, what happens? Lakitu flies over and he starts throwing spiny shells at Mario to spice things up a little bit, make things more dangerous. Every game is Mario's real-life horror movie.
Oh?
Relax. I just want to take some pictures.
Princess Peach is getting her own game on the Switch. Now, if you look closely, Peach doesn't have a crown in any of the footage they show you. And it's on a stage.
Ooh.
Almost like a storybook.
Ooh.
Let us begin.
So I think this is Peach retelling the story of how she became the princess of the Mushroom Kingdom. And at the end, she'll get her crown. And that could be the reason why in the Mario movie, they teased a little bit of Peach's origin story. They made you wonder what her entire background is, and now they're giving it to you in this game.
A lot of wondering going on. Shy Guy has no face.
I always thought that the mask was its face. Like, you can see emotions with the holes and stuff.
In one of the games, there's a glitch, and it shows Shy Guy's face underneath the mask, and there's nothing.
Well, maybe it's a Boo that turned invisible because you saw it.
That's the only explanation. It has to be a Boo.
Because Boos do turn invisible once you look at them. So that ghost controlling that Shy Guy body must have ghosted once we got the glitch to see what that Shy Guy's face looked like.
Mario in Mario 64 is actually the Roman god Mercury.
What?
Let me explain. The main feature of the game is Mario's new addition, the flying hat. And it's the exact same one that Mercury wears. The other new power-up addition in this game is Metal Mario. And Metal Mario isn't actually metal. He's made of mercury. It's much more liquidy. And on top of that, Mercury is the bridge between the upper world and the underworld. So it makes sense why Mario would be able to go into these portals. A big role Mercury had was he was a guide to the underworld for deceased souls. Every time Mario jumps on one of these enemies, a Goomba, and they disappear, he sends them off to the underworld. Hell.
Oh my gosh.
With Mercury being the keeper of boundaries, he's trying to keep Peach from Bowser. Good from evil.
Did you know Goombas weren't always evil?
They look evil to me.
Well, what else do they look like? Mushrooms. So why would a mushroom not be a part of the Mushroom Kingdom? Well, the thing is, they used to be part of the Mushroom Kingdom. The Toads and the Goombas lived side by side, but the Goombas were lower class civilians. They were pushed to the slums. They were outcasts from the village, and so they revolted. They attacked the Toads, they attacked Princess Peach, but they weren't strong enough.
They couldn't do it on their own.
No, they need a bigger army. They need Bowser's army. So the Goombas, they team up with Bowser because Bowser wants to take over Mushroom Kingdom. And if he does, the Goombas will be higher up on the food chain than the Toads. So these Toads, being so rich and upper class and snobby, are the reason why Goombas are evil today. The saddest story in the Mushroom Kingdom has to be the Goomba. Goombas aren't even evil.
They look it to me.
That's because they're under the control of magic.
Magic Koopa.
Exactly. Kamek, under the order of Bowser, has hypnotized these Goombas to go against their own people. Goombas are mushrooms attacking Toads. It doesn't make sense. And to prove this, just look at Goombas in Mario Baseball. How are they swinging that bat without their arms?
It's magic.
Did you see Chunky Kong was in the Mario movie?
Yeah, that was the craziest appearance of them all.
The most disappointing thing, though, was they didn't show Lanky Kong. But I think I know why. It's because Lanky Kong is a bad guy. Lanky Kong is an orangutan. And in Donkey Kong Country, there were enemies called Manky Kongs that were orangutans that were rejected by the Kong Society. And Lanky Kong is part of those Kongs. So I feel like in the Donkey Kong movie, Lanky Kong is going to be buddy-buddy with the Manky Kongs that teamed up with King K. Rool, but will eventually join the DK crew.
Here we go.
Super Mario Bros. Wonder might be the end of Mario and Peach forever.
What? No.
It looks like they're going to be in the Flower Kingdom. And they haven't used the Flower Kingdom since the very first ever movie that was only released in Japan. And in that movie, they had a character named Prince Haru. And Prince Haru was engaged to Princess Peach. But Mario didn't know until the end that they were engaged. And he was furious. He was jealous. In the movie, he was a dog that actually looked like a caterpillar. And in this game...
Oh, there is a caterpillar in this game.
Yeah. On the cover art, there's a caterpillar with a crown. So if they bring back Prince Haru, could that confirm that Mario and Peach can never be a couple?
Doobie-doobie-doo, the Wentworth Bros.